Major League Baseball is in complete shock today after a field camera captured one of the most disturbing and talked about moments of the entire season involving Shohei Ohtani, an Atlanta Braves second baseman that has left the sports world absolutely speechless. What the camera caught in that fraction of a second has now been seen by millions of people around the world, shared across every social media platform imaginable, and has forced Major League Baseball to take immediate and decisive action that nobody in the sport saw coming. The footage is undeniable. The evidence is crystal clear. And the penalty that has now been handed down to the Braves' second baseman is being described by analysts, former players, and fans alike as one of the harshest disciplinary decisions the league has made in years. What exactly did the field camera capture? Who is the Braves' second baseman at the center of this controversy? And just how severe is the penalty that Major League Baseball has issued? From the moment the Dodgers and Atlanta Braves took the field for what promised to be one of the most exciting matchups of the season, there was an intensity in the air that everyone inside the stadium could feel. These two teams have built a rivalry that brings out the very best and sometimes the very worst in competitive professional baseball. Shohei Ohtani, as he always does, stood at the absolute center of all the attention. Every camera in the building tracked his movements, every fan in the stands watched his every step, and the anticipation of what he might do at any given moment kept the energy inside the stadium at an almost unbearable level of excitement. But it was not one of Ohtani's extraordinary athletic moments that would define this game and dominate headlines around the world. It was something far darker and far more disturbing that would make this particular Dodgers and Braves contest one that nobody who witnessed it will ever be able to forget. The Braves' second baseman, a player who had been competing with visible aggression and intensity throughout the game, was involved in a play with Ohtani that at first appeared to be nothing more than the kind of physical contact that occasionally occurs during the natural flow of a baseball game. But the field camera positioned perfectly at that exact spot on the diamond captured something that the naked eye in the stands could not fully see in real time. When the footage was reviewed, the reaction from everyone who watched it was immediate and unanimous. What the camera showed was not accidental contact or the kind of aggressive but legal play that happens regularly in professional baseball. What it showed was a deliberate and calculated act directed specifically at Shohei Ohtani that went far beyond the boundaries of acceptable competitive behavior. The clarity of the footage left absolutely no room for interpretation or debate. Every single frame told the same story with unmistakable precision, and that story was deeply troubling to everyone who saw it. The footage began spreading across social media within minutes of the play occurring. Sports journalists and analysts who received the clip described their reaction as one of genuine horror. Many said they had to watch it multiple times before they could fully process what they were seeing because the deliberateness of the act was so difficult to believe in the context of a professional baseball game. By the time the game had reached its final innings, the footage had already been viewed millions of times and was the single most discussed topic across every major sports platform in the country and around the world. Inside the stadium, the umpiring crew had already flagged the play and initiated an immediate review. Sources close to the officiating team revealed that the field camera footage was accessed within minutes and that what the umpires saw on that footage made their decision straightforward and swift. There was no lengthy debate among the crew and no need for extended discussion. The evidence was overwhelming and the conclusion was unavoidable. The Braves' second baseman had committed an act that demanded an immediate and serious response. Manager Dave Roberts addressed the media after the game with a controlled fury that those who know him well recognized immediately as the sign of a man who was deeply and genuinely upset. Roberts said that when he first saw the play in real time he had a feeling that something was wrong, but that it was only when he saw the camera footage that the full extent of what had happened became completely clear to him. He said that the Dodgers organization is grateful that the field camera was positioned exactly where it was because without that footage the true nature of what occurred might never have been fully understood or properly addressed. Roberts made absolutely clear that he expects Major League Baseball to respond with a penalty that reflects the severity of what was captured on that footage and sends an unmistakable message to every player in the league. Freddie Freeman, speaking to reporters in a tone that mixed genuine outrage with fierce protectiveness toward his teammate, said that the footage speaks for itself in a way that requires no additional commentary. Freeman said that every person who watches that clip will understand immediately and without any doubt what the Braves' second baseman did and why it is completely unacceptable in professional baseball or in any professional sport. He said the Dodgers as an organization and as a family stand completely behind Ohtani and that they are fully confident that Major League Baseball will do the right thing. Freeman added that moments like this reveal the character of the people and organizations involved and that the Dodgers will always choose to stand on the right side of that line. Mookie Betts was direct and unfiltered in his reaction when he spoke to the media. Betts said that he watched the footage and felt a combination of anger and disbelief that a fellow professional would make that kind of deliberate decision against any player, let alone against Shohei Ohtani. Betts said that Ohtani brings joy to this sport and to millions of fans around the world every single time he steps onto a baseball field, and that anyone who deliberately tries to harm or disrespect him is not only attacking one player but attacking everything that makes this game worth watching and worth playing. Betts said the penalty needs to be severe enough that nobody in this league ever considers doing something like this again. Shohei Ohtani, whose composure under pressure has become one of the most admired qualities in all of professional sports, was remarkably calm when the incident was raised with him after the game. Speaking through his interpreter, Ohtani acknowledged that the play had occurred and said that he appreciated the support of his teammates and the attention that Major League Baseball was giving to the matter. He said that his focus remains entirely on helping the Dodgers perform at the highest level and that he trusts the league to handle the situation appropriately. The quiet dignity and professionalism with which Ohtani carried himself in the aftermath of what had happened only deepened the respect and admiration that players and fans around the world already have for him. Major League Baseball moved with extraordinary speed in responding to the incident. League officials confirmed that after reviewing the field camera footage along with every other available angle from the broadcast, the evidence was conclusive and the decision was made without hesitation. The Braves' second baseman has been issued one of the harshest penalties seen in the league in recent memory. The suspension handed down by the league is significant enough that it will impact the Braves for multiple series and could have genuine consequences for their postseason positioning at this critical stage of the season. The Braves organization acknowledged the penalty in a statement that expressed respect for the league's process while stopping short of fully endorsing the decision. Manager Brian Snitker, who has always been known as a man who demands professionalism from his players, appeared visibly uncomfortable when asked about the incident by reporters. Sources within the organization indicate that there is genuine anger and embarrassment internally about what the second baseman did and about the way it has reflected on the entire Braves franchise at such an important point in the season. Former players and analysts responding to the penalty announcement across television and social media were largely in agreement that Major League Baseball had made the right call and had done so with the appropriate level of seriousness and urgency. Many pointed out that the speed with which the league acted sent its own powerful message about how this kind of behavior will be treated going forward. The field camera that captured the moment has become a central part of the conversation, with many calling for even greater investment in on-field camera coverage to ensure that nothing like this can ever go undetected or unpunished again. As the baseball world continues to process everything that happened, one thing is absolutely certain. Shohei Ohtani will walk back onto that field with the same focus, the same brilliance, and the same extraordinary commitment to the game that has made him the most beloved and respected player in baseball today. Whatever is thrown at him, he rises above it. That is the story of Shohei Ohtani, and no camera footage, no reckless opponent, and no disturbing incident will ever change that story. Thank you for watching. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Subscribe to our channel for more interesting and up-to-date baseball news and updates.